Welcome back to Top 5 Best. Remember to leave a like if you live on Earth and also if you breathe air. And if you do both, hey, good for you. 911 is intended for emergencies. But, of course, emergencies are relative. People have called for a multitude of stupid things. Not everyone has the same standards, and it looks like these people missed the entire purpose of the hotline altogether. Number 11. This young man had a simple legal question, and it seems he didn't have a lawyer to go to, so he picked up the phone and went with the next best thing. He told the lady that picked up the phone that there was a possible crime in progress. He needed to know how much trouble he would get into for growing marijuana. Of course, he was tracked down and put away. It makes you wonder how he thought it was okay to tell the dispatcher that he was involved. But then again, what won't you do when you're high? Where do you think the phrase, "it seemed like a good idea at the time" came from, huh? Number 10. At first, it seemed this was a standard drunk driving call, and it was, but in this case, the woman knew the drunk driver very well. She told the dispatcher the exact location of the driver and claimed they were plastered. When asked if she was behind them, she simply said, "No, I am them." The dispatcher asked her to stop, and she readily agreed. She also asked if it is okay for her to take her seatbelt off while she was stopped. Remember, everybody, safety first. Number 9. It's a known fact that women like men in uniform, but for Lona Dadash, it seems things were taken too far. 2 officers were at her house for an unknown reason, but what happens after they leave is what really gets to the dispatcher. The 45-year-old woman thought that one of the men that visited her was cute. She asked if he would return, for she wanted to ask him out. To her delight, the officers did return, but for an entirely different reason. She was arrested for calling 911 without an emergency. It is not known whether she got her date after she was released from jail, but one could hope. Number 8. Here we have an innocent call for a very relative and understandable emergency. The 4-year-old boy has a math problem that he just can't solve. It's a biggie too. Takeaways, also known as subtraction in elementary. Oh yeah, the struggle is real. Anyway, this kid tries to get the cooperative man to help him until his mother walks in and ends the call immediately. Hey, she did say to call the police whenever he needed help. Probably just should have specified what kind of help. Number 7. We've all been there. The fast food place gets your order wrong. Who knew it was an emergency though? This lady did apparently. She just wanted a Weston barbecue burger. Is that really too much to ask? She asked 5 times for the burger and they can just not get it right. This is when the police department is contacted. They offered her money back, but she refused. She wanted her burger and she wanted it right then. Unfortunately, the dispatcher was not cooperating. She wouldn't send an officer to Burger King. It's the police department's job to protect its citizens from wrong orders, and they failed yet again. This is why people have no respect for the law. I swear. Number 6. What happens when an inexperienced officer steals weed from confiscation? Well, in one case which involves special brownies, the officer shares this dessert he made with his wife and believes they have gone too far. He calls 911 in fear of an overdose, claiming time was going by really slow. The man was not charged but was forced to resign, leaving no further comments. Number 5. Though some people are immature, one man used 911 to drink responsibly. This man called in hopes of procuring a ride to the liquor store. The man is obviously drunk and is just trying to do the right thing. He said even the sheriff herself said she would give him a ride, but sadly, no one believed him. Yet, if he drives himself, he will no doubt face jail time. What's a poor alcoholic to do? Number 4. When you need a smoke, you need a smoke. So this grandma in Texas used 911 to call in for a pack of cigarettes, just like ordering a Domino's pizza. At the time, Mrs. Roberts was drunk, but that didn't stop her from being charged with a misdemeanor for misusing 911. But hey, when you need a smoke, you need a smoke. Number 3. You never know what you'll find in your home when you return, but you would never expect it to be a stranger taking a shower in your bathroom. This lady called 911 and told her story about how this man was in her shower. The man gave his name and said that he had been kidnapped and was just taking a shower. What makes things better is that the man who broke into the house also called 911 after fleeing. He told the police that he broke into the house and got scared when the homeowner returned. Yeah, see, she seems frightening. Number 2. When you get the munchies and Taco Bell won't cooperate, who are you gonna call? The dude was just being responsible by not driving while under the influence and was told that he couldn't go through the drive-thru on foot. He called the police asking for help and got nothing. All he wanted was for them to call the manager and tell them to serve him. That's all. Unbelievable. He did want to lift home though, and he did get a ride to jail. Go figure. Number 1. This lady in Orlando actually had an emergency. Her car was locked, and she was inside. The electric car had no power. It was a hot day, and she was not feeling well. Lucky for her, the dispatcher knew just what to do. She told her to carefully pull the lock up and open the door via the handle installed in the car. Voila! Due to the quick thinking of the people taking 911 calls, she was free in seconds. That's why we pay you big bucks, and that's why we salute you. And that's it. After hearing all of these ridiculous calls to 911, next time you pick up the phone to call 911, really think for a second, is this a real emergency? This has been your host. I hope you all have a great day. Remember to like Top 5 Best and subscribe if you breathe air and live on Earth.